Hey you guys, yeah, I don't know, this is getting kind of funny now. I feel almost kind of silly, in a way, making these videos a little bit. Not really, like, ultimately, I guess, but, just in a way, I feel kind of funny. I feel pretty silly, because I feel like, wow, I could have done such a better job with the time that was given to me today, is what I feel like. And that's not a good feeling. I mean, well, it is, but it isn't, because I feel bad about the way I spent my time today. But, it's so hard. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just hard to kind of figure out, I don't know, like, you live and you learn. I'm one day smarter. I am so much smarter now than I was yesterday. Wow. I'm a little bit smarter, hopefully just smarter, not dumber. But no, it's just pretty funny. So I had some history to read, and yeah, I had some history to read, and it was like 3 o'clock or so, and I could have stayed. I went to the gym at school with my friend, which was good, but he had to leave, and I made kind of like an unnecessary drive to Kent Island today, in my spare time, I guess. And so when I got back to school, I went to school for something, and then I went to the gym with my friend for a little bit, which was good. And then after that, I was kind of like planning to go back over the bridge to go door dashing for the afternoon, because I was trying to take advantage of Monday, because it's Monday, and it's like, to me, I felt like, well, Monday would be a good day to DoorDash, because I can't really do that on Tuesday because of my schedule. Wednesday is a little crowded too currently, and so I'm at the point where I'm like, I gotta make some changes. I gotta make some changes, like, in my life, like with my schedule. And well, I did go door dashing, and I didn't make that much money, and I got pretty tired, and I did drive a lot yesterday, and was out late last night, and went to bed late, and did wake up relatively early, and so no wonder I'm kind of out of steam here at the end of the day, and I'm not home yet and stuff like that. But you know what? I went into a few more Dollar Generals again looking for that movie, and I think it is just gone. I think it's just like they have cycled through the DVDs, the movies that they had earlier in the year, and now the ones that they have now are the ones that they have now, and the ones they had then are gone. Basically, that's my conclusion. And I stopped in a couple other stores to look for it too. They've gone to 2 different Big Lots, and it's just gotten kind of crazy. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I think I just need to stop. It feels like, you see what I'm saying? It feels like this was such a waste of time. Like, I shouldn't have done those things. I shouldn't have gone in these stores and looked for this movie. It was just a total waste of time. And but I was hard-headed. I was like, no, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go in there anyway and see if I can find it. And you don't find it in this one, but you're like, it's got to be in the other one. It just has to be. It just has to be. But then you start getting to the point where you're like, I don't think it's anywhere, honestly. And to cap it all off, I did go into Big Lots tonight in Easton on my way home, and I did find a good movie that, yeah, I did find a good movie in there. But here's the thing, I might even have that movie still. I don't think I do anymore. I don't know, I'm not sure. But I might have that movie still. And so I might need to return this movie. But anyway, it's a classic, and I'm not sure if I still have a copy of it or not, basically. So I just got it anyway, and yeah, and that's that. But and then after that, I was like, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. You know what? Just like, screw it, right? That's what I was thinking. Like, let's whatever. Let's just do it anyway. I'm gonna go into Target. So I go into Target, and you know what I found out in Target? They don't even have a DVD section anymore. I was like, what the heck? I was like, what is this? I was just like, I felt a lot of different emotions, and I still have a lot of different thoughts and feelings about it. But I think to sum it all up, it's just that this is the digital age, it's the streaming age, certain aspects of our country, certain ways that things have been going, and things have been carried out for a while. So I think it's time to make a political video. And I have another channel for that, but, and yeah, so and now, so I just feel tired, and I don't have much to show for the time. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I've been gone for about 6 hours, and I don't have any, I have, that's beyond, the time I would need to finish my history reading, and I haven't finished it. So, it's just lesson learned here, guys. Like, I'm just really, I guess I'm really learning that, I'm just gonna have to really buckle down and just, like, I have to just sit there and force myself to do this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, if I have to do it, then I need to do it now. And if I do it now and get it out of the way, then I don't have to do it later. It's not looming, and it's not weighing on me because it's done already. And that is a hard lesson I'm learning right now. And not to make excuses for myself, but I did hear somewhere that procrastination is a trait that people who have experienced, I don't want to say neglect, but maybe a form of abuse in their childhood, that having a hard childhood sometimes leads to tendencies of procrastination. And I agree with that, but I've always struggled with procrastination. And of course, back in the day, there was no time to tell you about, like, how it's not your fault you have these tendencies. It's more so about, like, you just need to stop procrastinating and buckle down and get your stuff done. And it's just all on you. You just have to do it, So that's the day and age I grew up in. But it is so interesting. It's honestly so interesting. And I had to, walk all over the place to ask someone at Target to help me find the DVDs, because I was just like, what, do you guys have them? Like, this is so sad anyway. And, and she was like, let me help you find them. And I was like, she came all the way from healthcare to help me look for them. And I was like, I appreciate your willingness, but, you could have just gotten your radio and asked somebody if you, instead of trying to help me find them like that. Like, that's nice. But, and we were looking all over the places. I just got done looking, and they weren't. And she finally did talk to someone, and they're really struggling to talk to someone and ask for their help. And then when they did answer, they were like, oh, it's in a box up by the register. And I was thinking, oh man, this is so pitiful and sad and pathetic. And then it got worse, because then she took me up to the box of DVDs in front of the electronics register, and there's like the box of DVDs, and it's like $4 DVDs. And I'm looking through them, and I'm just like, this is the sadness of our today. This is what today is. This is what life has become. If you want a movie and you go to Target to buy a movie, like if you want to buy a new release, they don't have them. If you want to buy an older movie, they don't have them. If you want to look in their section of movies, they don't have them. And it's just like, to me, it's just so mind-blowing. And they have a massive section of books, like multiple 2 aisles plus of books. And we're already past the point now where they don't sell CDs in the stores anymore. And I probably sound so old saying this, but I'm honestly just trying to tell you guys that this is just crazy to me and mind-blowing to me, and I just don't understand it. I'm just so sad. I'm sad to see life just be eradicated from existence. You know what I mean? Just totally erased. Like, people just don't know what the good stuff anymore. I'm just like, what? Why? We have this whole entire store. The store's never changed size. So why can't you have DVDs? Oh, I guess they just don't sell, Or maybe they're high theft. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's very unfortunate. But anyway, on the bright side, guys, I'm determined to right these wrongs, right? I'm determined to do better. I have got a mission. I've got stuff to do. And tomorrow, I don't have to go to school as early as I did today. I have an hour and a half extra compared to today. I'm going to go to bed before 10 o'clock tonight, which is going to be great. I'm already tired, which is great, because I need to sleep. And I did work out today, which was good for a little bit, lifted some weights. I've been riding my bike. I've been losing a little bit of weight, or building muscle in my stomach. My stomach's been changing a little bit just from these past 3 days of riding my bike. So I feel really good about that. And I really did learn lessons the hard way tonight about things, about going door dashing and things like that. And I've been going to this like I've told you guys before, I've been going to this Baptist church, my dad's church, on Wednesday nights for the Bible study. And I have run the ship aground. I have run aground because I know that this is so hard, you guys. It's so hard to figure out what to do sometimes. And the worst part is I have been not even really asking God about it, Like, if you want to know what to do, then just ask God. And He's going to tell you, because that's what He's there for. And so I've been trying to figure this out on my own, which is the wrong way. And it's the struggle. I'm just not. I guess I'm not quite there yet, or I'm human. I'm just human. I make mistakes, or but it's difficult. I'm trying to do the right things, but I'm trying to give up my will and sacrifice, what I want for what He wants. And I guess I'm struggling with that right now, honestly. I think I am struggling with that because I have all these ideas about things I would like to do and how I would like to do them. Just things I'd like to do. And I feel like I'm holding on to those things. I feel like I'm not willing to let them go. And that's not really good. And even if they are, quote, harmless things, unquote, it's like nothing is harmless if it's, if it's not what God wants you to do. You're going against the grain, So, yeah, I don't even know. I want to encourage you guys to use some of the wisdom I've learned today. And I just learned a lot of things. I'm just kind of thinking here. I'm just sitting here thinking about myself and reflecting on myself and reflecting on the day and thinking about a lot of things that I just would have done differently if given the chance. And I am trying to make sure that I do those things differently next time. And it's tricky. As we're all humans, we're all humans. We're imperfect. We have tendencies to do things in funny ways, silly human ways, etc., etc. But I was just really struck with a really strong feeling when I came out of that Big Lots of wow. It was so quiet outside, and I noticed it was really quiet when I was in Glen Burnie. Glen Burnie is a busy place, but it was quiet outside. I was like, wait a minute. And the feeling that I got from this that really struck me was you guys, life is pretty simple if you think about it this way. You just have to do what you're supposed to do. That's it. Just do what you're supposed to do. And you'll be in such a different place than if you go dilly-dallying, If you go running around, or if you go, I don't know, dragging your feet, or whatever it is, And I wasn't necessarily, I'm not trying, I guess I wasn't consciously trying to avoid reading my history book today, but I kind of knew better. I just wasn't sure what to do, and so I made a decision. I made an executive decision. I said, you know what? I haven't been able to go door dashing any of these Mondays for a while now because of just life and stuff. And so I'm gonna go tonight. I'm determined. I'm determined to make some money. I was like, I'm determined to focus on my money and make money. So that's why I decided to do. And now I wish that I had gone home, I guess, and read or something like that. But part of me is happy that I got this out of my system. I'm happy I got this out of my system today. And if I had just gone home, nothing against home, but home is home. And sometimes it's hard to settle yourself down. That's what I have a hard time with. I struggle with just sitting myself down and making sure I do the stuff I know I'm supposed to do. Just making sure, and I actually, in all honesty, I'm actually a pretty responsible person. I actually take care of stuff pretty well. I actually pretty good job of getting stuff done. Like I'm a pretty responsible guy for the most part, I do believe. And yes, college has been, you know, a whole new level. But I do feel like a pretty responsible person. I feel like I do a pretty good job. But anyway, I'm just tired, you guys. And like I said, I'm excited for a new day tomorrow. And I think the challenge now is just not to put too much pressure on myself, but, you know, just kind of take one day at a time and do the best that I can, because we only have so much time. We really only do have so much time. And that means that you don't have time to do everything. So there's a lot of things you're just not going to have time to do, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's definitely okay. And I know that the more I listen to God and listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit, the impressions that I get, the nudges and the pushes, as soon as I started talking about this, I started feeling great. Like this thing just burst in my energy just from talking about this now. My energy just opened up and was able to breathe more by talking about this. The more I listen to God, the more I follow His instruction, the happier I am and the better things work out for me. So if I can just train myself to just sit down, bow my head, and ask God, what do you want me to do? And then just go and do it. And then, like, if I know it's what I should do, just go ahead and do it. And, you know, sometimes it's complicated and sometimes it's hard because it requires you to sit down and go, oh, shoot, I wanted to do this thing, and now I know that God wants me to do something else. And I know there's a time where we know what we should do, or we know something about what we should do, but we don't want to do it for whatever reason. And like, if you're like me, then you just go ahead and try to, you know, push that stuff aside. You say, God's plans for me, and you say, okay, I don't want to know God's plans for me right now, which is a pretty, you know, it's a pretty sad thing, but it's so normal. I mean, it's not surprising that us humans do that. I mean, you know, we are imperfect. We are imperfect humans. And so, man, I'm just, yep. Tomorrow, I've got to do a better job tomorrow. But anyway, I'm gonna have some mercy and some grace on myself, some compassion and forgiveness for myself, and I'm just gonna enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the night. I'm gonna enjoy going to sleep. It's gonna be a great day tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for listening, you guys. I'm not gonna spend money on fast food tomorrow. You know, as best as I can, and I'm gonna eat oatmeal at home tomorrow. I should, but yeah. All right, see you later.